You know, it's fascinating when a brand new, cutting-edge technology forces us to look at a really, really old problem. Today, we're going to dive into that paradox, how cryptocurrency is finally coming to terms with a need for clarity that's been around for over 500 years. Let's get into it.
So to really understand the future of crypto accounting, we've actually got to go back in time. And I mean way back. Our story doesn't start with code or with blockchains. It starts in Renaissance Italy, with a principle so powerful, it still shapes all of commerce today.
This is Luca Pacioli. Now, back in 1494, he didn't exactly invent double-entry bookkeeping, but man, did he perfect it and write the book on it. His core idea was simple but revolutionary. Every transaction has two sides, a debit and a credit. It brought order to chaos, and that idea is just as vital now as it was then.
And just look at how things have changed over the centuries, right? We went from handwritten ledgers to spreadsheets in the 80s to these massive ERP systems, and now we have blockchain explorers and crypto wallets. But here's the kicker. While the technology, the tools have totally transformed, the fundamental need for a clear, understandable record, that hasn't budged an inch.
And really, this is the whole point. Simply seeing that something moved from wallet A to wallet B just isn't enough. For any economic activity to make sense for taxes, for audits, for business decisions, it needs context. It needs meaning. That's the enduring truth that crypto has been wrestling with.
All right, so let's jump back to today. Cryptocurrency gave us these incredible new financial rails, a whole new way to move value around the globe instantly. But in the rush to build those rails, a critical piece was left behind. We built the railway, but we forgot to build the accounting ledger. And that's not a small oversight. It's a massive gaping hole.
I mean, just think about how complex this stuff gets. We're not talking about simple buys and sells anymore. You've got swaps, you've got assets moving across bridges to different chains, you're earning staking rewards, you're interacting with DeFi. Every one of these actions creates a data point. But put them all together and you've got a tangled, chaotic mess.
So you end up with what exactly? A giant pile of data with no real meaning. You have a perfect, immutable record of movement, but you have no idea why things moved. It's like having all the pieces to a jigsaw puzzle, but no picture on the box to tell you how they fit together.
And look, this isn't just some theory. A recent AI CPA survey found that almost 40% of CPA firms with crypto clients are dealing with records that are nowhere near ready for an audit. That is a huge problem waiting to happen.
And believe me, the pressure is on. Regulators are not sitting on the sidelines anymore. With new rules like Form 1099-DA and requirements to track cost basis on a per-wallet level, the Wild West days of crypto are pretty much over. The era of accountability is here.
Okay, so how do we fix this? How do we bridge that gap and bring some sanity to all this chaos? Well, that's where Minutes Crypto comes into the picture. It's designed to be the complete accounting ledger that gives digital assets the proper system of record they've been missing all along. And the process is actually really straightforward. First, you connect your stuff, all your wallets, your exchange accounts, over 500 of them, with secure read-only access. Then, Minutes just pulls it all together, unifying everything into one single ledger. From there, it automatically classifies your trades, your staking income, your swaps, and finally, it generates the clean, audit-ready reports you actually need.
And boom, this is what that clarity looks like. The dashboard gives you that essential, big-picture view of your entire crypto world. Total assets, net gains and losses, a clear summary. It's all right there, giving you the kind of financial control you've been looking for.
But maybe you need to drill down, right? No problem. You can dive deep into the transactions. Every single buy, sell, transfer, and swap is laid out. Super clean, super intuitive. This is really where the magic happens, where that raw, messy blockchain data gets turned into meaningful accounting information you can actually use.
And I want to be really clear about this. This is not just another portfolio tracker. We're talking about a complete, professional, double-entry accounting system of record built from the ground up to bring true financial integrity to digital assets.
All right, so you've seen the product, but what about the business behind it? Let's take a quick look at the market, the model, and the momentum here.
The opportunity here is just huge. You've got over 50 million crypto holders in the US alone, and that number is growing. The estimated market for a real, professional-grade solution like this? We're talking about something in the neighborhood of $4.4 billion. It's a massive, underserved market.
And the model makes a ton of sense. It's a simple SaaS subscription. with different tiers for whoever you are. Whether you're an individual trader, a small business, a CPA firm managing dozens of clients, or a big enterprise like an exchange, there's a plan that fits.
And you can see the plan for growth is super focused. A big chunk goes right back into making the product even better. Then, the focus is on reaching the CPA firms who are on the front lines of this problem and building out key partnerships and integrations. It's a really smart, disciplined approach to growth.
But look, when it comes to accounting and finance, trust is everything, right? So you've got to ask, who's actually building this? What's the expertise, the foundation that this platform is built on?
And this is the key. Minutes was founded by a practicing CPA with 27 years in the trenches. The founder started their own firm back in 2003, has been published in tax journals, and even educates other CPAs. This isn't a solution from outsiders. It's a platform built by a deep accounting expert who has lived this problem for other professionals.
So, what's the ask? Right now, the team is looking for those early, impactful users who can provide great feedback. They're looking for partners who are aligned with the mission and for the right capital to really step on the gas and accelerate development.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Crypto absolutely changed the financial rails. It revolutionized how we move value. But what it didn't change was that 500-year-old fundamental need for a proper ledger. That's a truth that has stood the test of time.
So, Minutes Crypto isn't just another piece of software. It's the bridge between centuries of accounting wisdom and the new world of digital assets. It is the complete ledger that cryptocurrency has been waiting for. And why the name Minutes? Well, it's perfect, because you trade in seconds and you crunch in minutes.